How's it going, guys? That hurt my hand. So just recently I saw a film called It Follows, and it is directed by David Robert Mitchell, and it's the first film he's ever directed. And I very first heard about this movie back last year when people were raving about it and how great it is, and it's a masterpiece, and it's the next big horror movie. It's the best one in years. So obviously I was curious to see this film, and my expectations were very high, and I actually got a chance to see it in a theater near me, because originally it was released in only limited theaters. I think like 300 theaters it started out, but it got like, you know, really good reviews and a lot of people kept seeing it, so then eventually it got a wider release, and I swear to God, like on Rotten Tomatoes it said the film was coming out this week like 3 times in a row. Like it came out 3 different times, but yeah, it finally got like a wide release, and it actually ended up making the top 10 box office. So basically the film is about a girl who is the same chick from The Guest, and I do not know how to pronounce her name. I'm not even gonna try it. She's a good actress no matter how you pronounce her name. But anyways, so she goes out with this guy one night, and they end up having sex in a car in the middle of nowhere because it's a horror movie like that. And after they do it, the guy ends up tying her to a wheelchair in this abandoned building, and he tells her about it and how it is gonna follow her. And it was never really made clear what it necessarily was, but pretty much it's just, it takes the form of different types of people. Sometimes they're naked, sometimes they have clothes. I don't know, it's weird. So it's kind of like a sexually transmitted disease that people get. So in order for her to have it stop following her, she needs to have sex with somebody else, and then that person is gonna have the it following them. And then she has a group of friends who try to help her out, and you know, it's kind of like a live-action Scooby-Doo a little bit without the Scooby-Doo. But yeah, I think that's about as far as I'm gonna go without spoiling anything for you guys. I really like this movie. I don't necessarily think it's the greatest horror movie of all time, like some people are saying it is, but it's definitely a very good one, and one of the best I've seen in quite a while. The movie, it's creative, it's original, it's a great horror film. The movie has a very 80s vibe to it, like the soundtrack. The soundtrack is badass. I love the soundtrack. It is one of my favorite things about this film. The soundtrack comes straight from a 80s slasher flick, and it's kind of similar to that of John Carpenter's Halloween. But yeah, the music definitely fit to like the 80s feel of this movie, and I believe it is taking place in the 80s as well, because you know, they have like old TV sets and they're watching old movies, except this girl has like this weird, it's like a seashell, but it's like a smartphone. I don't know. I actually read an article online that the weird phone she has, it's like a seashell and it's like a smartphone kind of. It's not real, it doesn't exist, and the director made it specifically for the movie to make it seem more mysterious or something like that. I don't know. But yeah, the movie takes place in the 80s, I believe, and it's pretty creepy, to be honest. I was kind of freaked out while watching this movie, and I think it does a good job creating a very creepy, eerie type atmosphere, and I think the music is one of the main reasons for that. I really like the whole group of kids aspect of this film. Like I said, it's very much like Scooby-Doo, kind of. The movie kept me entertained throughout the whole thing. My eyes were glued to the screen, and the whole time I was like, I did not trust anybody in the background of this film. I was looking at each and every single person going, do I trust you? I don't know. Are you it? I don't know. Okay, like I said, the film is very creepy. However, there is one scene where I could not help myself but to laugh out loud in the theater, and I'm gonna go ahead and say what it is. I don't think it's really spoiling anything, since I think it shows it in the trailer and the TV spots, but there's a part where she's getting in her car and she's looking out her window back at her house, and on the roof is this naked old guy standing there with his junk out. I think in the trailer he's like wearing underwear or something, but in the movie you see his little ding-a-ling. It was hilarious, and it is the most WTF moment of the movie, and the person next to me was laughing, and it's just another reason why I love this movie. It Follows is a great horror film, and I think to an extent it lives up to the hype, but don't go into it thinking you're about to see a masterpiece. Overall, I am going to give David Robert Mitchell's It Follows 4.5 out of 5. I really like this one, guys. It is so far my favorite horror film of the year, and like I said, I highly recommend this film. It's very good. Go out and see it in theaters if you can, or if not, then you're just gonna have to wait for DVD. Sucks for you. Okay, thank you guys so much for watching this review. Do not forget to leave a comment down below on what movie I should review next, and I will see you guys later.